Oh, that's a little loud. The music, I guess. Turn that down a little bit. There we go. That should be better. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to restart the game. See if that breaks everything. It doesn't. Surprise, surprise. Du-du-du-du. Come on, game. There we go. Transition over as we have it now. Now just one tiny little thing before we continue. Right. Do we have game sound? We will see. Alright, we're good. Oh, hello. That is my train. And we do have game sound. Fantastic. Look at this dude. Let this plain helo thing. Well, let's get building. Too many vehicles in them. Let's clean up. Load. Wonderful. Right. So, okay, we should be good to go. So far, we have the fluid tank. All the other stuff. I might store the equipment in like the wall. I also have a crap ton of space, so I might put a retractable, what's it called? Retractable searchlight. I know for a fact that I'll do a search camera. Okay. We've got a propulsion. I think those guys will do. Oh, goodness. Good thing I checked. Otherwise, that would have been a disaster. Good lord. Okay. That should be that. Well, let's get to work on the control panel. Or the bridge, I guess. So... let's see. So you're gonna be what's it called? Throttle multiplier. Let's put your sensitivity down to 50, and you're gonna be max value is gonna be 0.25 because that's already pretty high for idle. 0.1. Put your sensitivity all the way down to 10, which is idle power. So where is the dial? There it is. So one of them is going to be fuel. I'm not exactly sure what the other one will be. So can we digital display and a compass ball, please? Very good. Where is buttons? That'll do the trick. Autopilot. What do I put on the other one? We have differential steering, we have engine starter, headlights. Breaker switch. Main power and reserve batteries. For which I want 2 more dials, which is 2 aren't gonna cut it. I can literally just put them here. So, Raider output 0. We're gonna go up to 70. That's battery charge 0. We have 12 right now, I think. Right. No, we're gonna do battery charge, of which we have 2. And then we will remove these 2 in favor of a thingamabob gauge, which will be battery charge 0 and 12. We'll do the trick. Cabin lights. Actually, onboard lights and dashboard lights. If it wasn't for the heading indicator, I could put a little light there. But I can just put one there. So if I grab a light from here. No, it's a specialist equipment. For whatever reason. I don't know. Alright. A little advertisement for the stream. Engine left temperature 0, and we're gonna let them up to 70. Right, temperature 0 and 70. Engine left RPS 0 and 25. Right RPS 0 and 35. Heading. So that's gonna be fuel level. Actually, no, we're gonna make this one our speed. 0 and 35 meters a second. That'll do. Fuel level. 0 and 100 because we have a microcontroller for it. So quickly wire the onboard lights. Wire the I count you as onboard light as well. Speaking of which, cabin lights. One here, one there. Bap. Bap. And one here. Perfect. Give me a toggle button. Default state on. We're gonna do a little bit of right here. What? Specs. Speeve. It's not how you spell Speeve, bro. Clearly you don't know the meme. You are not meme enough. So not A. You are not A. Got some onboard lights. Okay, let's add a key to like start up the entire thing for like pumps and stuff. If I can find the key. The key's always... There it is. Why is the key always so hard to find? I don't get it. Later we will add a GPS and stuff. Now add this, because why not? Okay. Main starter. So the main starter especially starts the pumps. That's all it does. It really just starts the pumps because I don't really have much else on this ship that needs a starting. Okay, so here, remember left is reverse. And we're gonna put half. So we can like charge up the engine while traveling. differential steering, engine starter, onboard light, dashboard lights. Well, yeah, I'm seriously running out of, like, space. Indicator. One, two. Then give me a not signal, please, or a not logics. Logics we will hide back here. So not a. Let's put gearbox switch on 3. We switched it the wrong way around. Hotkey 1. Engine. Starter. Hold. Differentials. Toggle. Gearbox. Toggle. Rudder. And section. I think we're gonna need one more dial over here, which will be throttle state. Dashboard light, U, connected. Very good. Now let's do power. Right, never mind. I forgot something very important. Right, how to do. Actually, I've been dumb. I kept like stacking addition signals, which is like really dumb because you can literally just have them all be multiplied. So, or added, not multiplied. That's 3 batteries hooked up. 1, 2, 3, because one of these guys can take up to 3 at once. Which evidently is a lot more than, well, it's 50% more than 2. Stonks. One, 2, 3. So X plus Y plus Z. Basically, bigger addition gates. So you go into the main battery state. You can directly hook up. We can just connect you right away. Right, you're already done. I also have to set up my beloved clutch controller as well as a generator clutch. But that is nothing important, as I've done it many times before. Because I don't have video feed yet. So your reserve batteries, so you connect there. Okay. No drivetrain power without main power. We're keeping cabin power because that's not part of main. Obviously no headlights either. Give the ship its speed sensor. Where is it? Excuse me while I change up the music to something less melodramatic. If you can tell where this is from, big props. I place an altimeter. Yes, we're gonna use an altimeter, guys. Of course. Okay, that's better. Now, compass sensor. Compass reading goes on here. What else? Right now we don't really have rudders. That's an issue easily solved by... Where are they? These guys. Control fins. Force should do the trick, right? Yeah. Oops. Not the gearboxes, jeez. Alright, these guys have to be powered. Main power to the rudders. Oh, the control fins at that. Oh yeah. I want to take the liberty and kind of promote my stream on the subreddit. Let's hope it doesn't get taken down for breaking rules or something. It shouldn't, anyways. Now then. Lights, onboard lights, headlights don't bound yet. There they are. Alright. So far so good. Oh yeah. I'm gonna add a padded seed here. Where is it? Isn't it here somewhere? Or is it in specialist equipment? There it is. Alright. So far so good. Right. Now for the microcontrollers. I actually have a bunch of them. So, let's get to work, eh? So that's a fuel level. Don't have a cruise mode, so we're just gonna add the regular one. We need the clutch drop for the generator. And a throttle governor. So let's start with the throttle governor. Oh yeah, they also haven't received their engine starter yet. I think what I'm gonna do is hotkey 4 is generator clutch. Is a toggle. Give me hotkey 4. So that is you. And connect you to that. We're not gonna lock the hatches, why would I? Right. What else? Engine right. RPS, engine right temperature. Right RPS, engine left. Man, I am a genius when it comes to hooking up engines. Right, so forward, backward input. Bam. Input yaw is 80. Oh yeah. Because of a modification, this was originally developed for the jet engines. And evidently, I need to make some changes. Which is basically x by 4 or times 4. That's 4. Update. Yes. Left reverse. Right forward. Right reverse. Left forward. Okay, that's that microcontroller up top. However, throttle multiplier. It's you. Idle power and backward input. Are we all hooked up? No, we're not. We have yet. So fuel capacity, fuel level, and the fluid meter to the fuel tank gauge. Well, we're gonna save it, and then we're gonna see if it works. There she is. Jump aboard. Over the engine room. Which you can't even get into. Oh, it's flooding. Let's keep it closed. What about this? Can you enter? Yes. Oh, fantastic. Will cabin lights turn on? They will. Ooh, nice. I made it inverted so you can find the switch in the dark, basically. Roof lights. Okay, all aboard. Main power. Dashboard lights. Looks like I didn't hook up the throttle controller correctly. Throttle governor. Throttle multiplier. I'm gonna limit them to 40. That should do the trick for now. Oh right, we're not even done with the engines. I'm smart. Yeah. Not really. Every time. It gets me every time. We are not done with the engines just yet. I mean, I say just yet, most of you have no fucking idea what I'm on about. So, we're gonna make some suck. Up here. Whoops. Wrong thing. Give me that. That will do. Because basically what what I forgot to do is to give it an air intake, an air output, and a water output. Because this thing will start spewing hot water once it gets a chance to. How am I gonna do this though? As you can tell, engine compartment is very cramped, and I'm not using the modular engines because God knows how to use them. I'm no mechanic. I'm just some guy building a boat. Alright, there we go. That's the engine suction, or the air suction done. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a bit of a cheap route when it comes to hot or the engine coolant. We're gonna go for the open system again, because that's just easy to build. Doesn't take any radiators that might be potentially expensive. No, all you need is this little fluid port, which you kind of like, you do that. I said you do that, and then you just put pipe. Marking with red because hot. But not dark red. Dark red is always my fuel lines. So if you use a ship, or if you ever see a ship of mine and there is a dark red line, that's fuel. That be the fuel line. And black or gray is usually the exhaust, like the air exhaust, the like exhaust fumes and stuff. So we're gonna get ourselves a pipe straight so we can kind of like jam it through there. Now, as I learned, for the majority of these things, you don't even need pumps, but I decide to use coolant or like water pumps for the coolant water. Because I find that it sort of super cools the engine because it makes it flow through faster than the engine would supply itself, so it's less prone to overheating. I like building like stuff like this around the exhaust, makes it look less ugly, I think. That's just a personal opinion. Dum-de-dum. This rotation system sometimes. Back to black. Fluid exhaust is here. And bam, that's our fluid exhaust done. With that, the engines should now work. Hypothetically speaking. Right, let's... no, not load. Let's save the Flinder 6. my question is, can you, like, still get in? You still can't get inside, which is oddly. Oh, if you're. Oh god. Okay, don't enter the engine compartment, because it will get you stuck. So don't touch this hatch. Right. So main power on. I forgot about you. Okay, it's just my idle power was low. So the engines are running. Maybe don't run that high. Pump starter might be nice. Yeah, see? So they cool themselves, kind of. And usually once you... That's a bit of a rough time starting. I'm usually very careful with these engines, because, you know. Well, so far she goes. Not very... The fins don't really do a lot. Well, that's due to their placement. I kind of placed them in a bad spot. That's on me. So far, we have decent depth stroke. The engines are far down in the water. What if I punch the throttle a little bit more? We're kind of just blubbering along. Always watch your temperatures. Yeah, it doesn't exactly want to steer. Which I'll have to fix. But yeah, it goes. It's not exactly speedy. For whatever reason. I think it's just a lack of, like, propellers for now. But that's not something we can't fix. You can see the hot coolant water come out. Also the exhaust being underwater. That makes sense, right, guys? Oh yeah. I wonder... So that still works. It just likes to die when you like switch directions, so you like need to re-hit the engine starter a lot. And once you're done, just turn it off. Watch your engines like die and then hit the starter again. Let's give her max revs for a minute here. See what she does. I mean, so far she goes nicely, just not very controllable to, you know, poorly placed rudders. Other than that, we're doing 10 meters a second. Obviously in like calmer seas, we have a little bit of wind. I don't know how weather resistant this ship is, so like waves and stuff. But we're still not finished. As we can tell, it's still relatively slow, so I'm thinking of double stacking the propellers, essentially. Don't ask me how, I just will. And the engines also don't get to their max RPS, which I find interesting. Why are these such different levels? Alright. $35. What are they limited to? 40 and 40. Maybe a fuel pump? Because I have a feeling they're kind of struggling with the fuel, so let's add fuel pumps. Let's see if I blew it out. So the big end is out. That's good to know. I can never seem to remember. I memorize it for large pumps now, but you know. Connect you to main power and to the main starter, please. And while I'm at it, hotkey 1 is engine starter, hotkey 2 is differential toggle. Alright. I don't think I'll make the engine deck accessible. If it burns, it burns. If you drive responsibly, you shouldn't burn your engines anyways. Okay, right, next up is the weak propeller issue that... Well, first off, let's go fix rudders. I quite like the position they were in, but they're just not powerful enough. So... Rudders you'll usually want at the very back of the ship. So give me AD, bap, 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 that would go. And power from main. And while we're at it, let's give her Let's give her the quick paint job. So, replace color. Replace white with a nice dark gray. Okay, so I saw that the water level is somewhere around here, so that's where we're gonna put it. Everything above water has like its color, and everything below water is red. That's common practice as far as I'm concerned. For some reason, it doesn't like doing like stronger slanted blocks for coloring. But oh well. Painting tool is better than in Space Engineers with its weird collisions. Let's just say that. And Space Engineers always paints the entire block, not just like one surface, which is something I really like. Okay, so plain fill with dark red. I like me some contrast, that's why I like doing stuff like this. It's not gonna fly. Have to fix that. Then, of course, you have the special blocks, which just won't color from plane fields because they're not the same plane, because they're different. They're not like hull blocks, so they're kind of like, go fuck yourself. I don't blame them. I know I'm just talking a bunch of bullshit, but okay, come on. Right. Oops. Plane fill. Bap, bap, bap. Plane fill. Brush. Oh yeah, let's fix some decolorations like this. I should have done the trick, so save, Flunder 6. Spawn. It's currently almost 70,000, making it almost as expensive as my large vessel. I'm not exactly sure why it's so expensive, but we'll... oh well. So, main power on. Pumps going. Start up the engines. Throw them up. I might be struggling because it's Kind of heavy, maybe? Plugs build heli boat. Might be an idea I might get to later. I mean, it's not gonna be that hard. Let's increase the auto state a little bit. Guess I forgot to hook up the controls. Guess we're going back to workbench. What is whining? We don't. No, wait. Controls were set up. Why were you not? Well. Boink. Oh yeah, something about these boats that I like to build, the smaller ones, I usually give them like a slanted back, which makes getting up on them a lot easier than, let's say, a ladder. A multiplayer session? No, I was just playing single player because I thought you were busy. Ah, place them in mirror mode. That's why that wouldn't work. Note to self and everyone else: if you place rudders in mirror mode, they will not work, because evidently it will mirror them. But we're still pretty low on the power part, so, should I give it stacked propellers? And I might have to extend the guard so people don't accidentally swim into them. It's supposed to be a little faster, since it's, you know, lighter and more nimble. What do? That is the question. Great idea, he says. Alright. Guess we're adding more propellers. Although I'm not sure if it's just a lack of engine power. I don't really want to put them at any higher power, because at that point they'll get dangerous. Oh, I remember this music from my DS game. What was this? Voluntary Express. Yeah, I remember that. More jets. Why jets? I'm not gonna use jets with diesels. Are you crazy? I mean, I could, but no. I mean, I have the fear that it's just like there isn't enough like engine power. Because let's spawn her back in. I don't know why she spawns underwater. Boink. Sploosh. Come on, get up. Oh yeah, now that you're here, let's have a look at the cabin section I built for this boat. Watertight beds, TVs, for when you're in bed. And equipment to be stored in the walls once I decide what kind of equipment goes on this ship. Why is it locked? Is it a light switch? The light switch locks the door. Huh, okay. I don't know why it does that. It shouldn't, but apparently it does. But yeah. Oh, roof lights. Elevated bridge, so when there is waves, you can actually look over the helm and see the waves. Main starter, main power, start up the engines. You give it a little throttle so like engines don't die. Come on. Still not very maneuverable, so I'll have to still make some changes. Oh yeah, it's kind of dark. Aha! Lights. Light power, so we can see trademark. Dashboard lights. Engine temperature seems alright. Oh, big lag. Something happened. Engines don't like it when I turn. So yeah, let's give the engines a full Sterling, I guess. We sit at 10 meters a second. Not exactly fast, not what I was hoping for. They don't really eat fuel though. And they're at half the RPS I limit them to. So I think it's just an issue of them not having the power they kind of need, because the ship is supposedly heavy. Then again, I have a giant ass fuel tank in here, as you can see. We're running 2 medium engines at full power, and it's just, you know, not really going down. It's not fast enough for, like, Coast Guard vessel that's supposed to, like, get people safely. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Yeah, not exactly fast, but oh well. The engines stay cool, interestingly enough. Oh yeah. Give me headlights. Yes. Vision. Or well, visibility. I think the engines are just not strong enough. I mean, I could basically tear it open, tear out the two small engines, and make one big one. And kind of hope for the best. But that would be a hefty modification. But it would make for nice development notes, that's for sure. Oh yeah, let's fix the door. You are not supposed to do that. I don't want the door locking when someone's inside, please no. Oh yeah, we can just do that. Which reminds me, I wanted to test something, and this is the perfect opportunity for it. We're gonna take a compact robotic pivot. Get a camera. Nice and covered up. It needs to be pointing to the left. That way, right? Left, left, yeah. Well, video data. We're just gonna hook you to the dashboard light for now. The camera zoom. Now. Tilt sensor. The output range. Let's just place a tilt sensor real quick. So tilt, put you on there. On jaw, brother. Let's start. Oh shit. Sploosh. Alright. I'm not. Oh shit. Did I spoof it? Oh no. Oh god. No, we're good. We're good. I just got really scared that I'm recording at like half the resolution I usually do. But no, we're good. Okay, so main power, main starter, on. It is not stabilized. Why not? You know what? Let's get rid of the tilt. And I'm gonna try something with a gyro. Because gyroscopes is usually what does the thing, right? Stabilize pitch. Rotation target. Now then. Next up is we need to connect you. We're just gonna connect you with like dashboard lights to the auto hover, quote unquote auto hover. The further I am from any vehicle, the more it'll lag out the server. Because it's kind of rendering them, but kind of not. App, onboard lights, dashboard lights. Ah. I don't know if that's stabilized. Looks a fix to the ship for me. But it's sideways, so it's kind of hard. Why is it? Oh my good lord. What is with the lag? I am stuck on something. Apparently get stuck on a slope. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen, as you can probably guess. So we're gonna have to fix that. I'm not certain why it slows down the game to like half frames. Oh, let's wait till the like day comes. I'll do. And we're moving. As a comparison, this is the last design we had. This is a Thunder 5. Relatively fast, relatively light craft. So, pumps on, bucket dash lights, engine control, power multiplier 0.5, idle power 0.09, that'll do. Oh, that's where the throttle status. Yeah, this one's rather quick. friend really liked this one. I moved the propeller so far down because we'd start skipping over the water. Only issue right now the ship has is the water intakes, which when it starts skipping, they go out of the water, and that's the moment the engines get very hot, which has ended up with them burning. So. But it's quite a nice craft, I think. It's pretty speedy right now. Well, I say speedy. Our big boat is a lot faster than that. Surprisingly enough. I mean, look, the front is hardly even touching the water anymore. So just a little bit more, and it starts skipping the water intakes out of the water, and that's the moment the engines get hot, which obviously you can't really afford. So let's just custom menu, override weather on. Let's put up the wind. Gonna maneuver here a little bit. So yeah, let's have a look at the engine gauges. The right one is always a temperature. So temperature. You'll see the temperature will do some weird like skipping and stuff as the engine sometimes lose contact with. Also, that can happen. It's not fun, because it can mean that your engines are about to kill themselves. Which in career is obviously bad if you're like far out and you don't really have the ability to tow it. If you're wondering about the weird searchlight, don't worry about it. It was an emergency contraption. Let's call it that. But yeah, the flounder has done us a good job so far. It was the boat we started out with. Or, well, you start out with, like, the little dinghy, which we then later ditched in favor of the flounder. Which I built as kind of like a proof of concept for a twin diesel setup in one of my first working diesel concepts. Squid. But yeah. Slow her down a little bit. Gearbox depreciated. We're looking for power. Oh yeah, and of course our floodlight control. Controlled by the front operator, who also has a monitor for radar, which we later removed. And as a showcase, what we call the Scholle, which is the German name of a fish. So don't wonder too much. It's just a like flat fish, just like the flounder, just bigger. This is the Scholle, a ship made for long distance travel. Well, not as much long distance travel, but it's a fluid shipping, or we use this to like ship oil or other liquids, whatever is like available right now. So yeah. This would have been a great vehicle to make a video on, but I didn't record any of the construction, and I don't like want to go over and explain it over footage. So, yeah. Let's get the cabin lights on. Let's get the dash lights on. We have an external engine or internal engine for power. So that's a medium diesel engine hooked up to a medium generator, providing the ship with power when it's not moving. Well, actually always, because the main engines aren't hooked up to the generator. Then with GPS screen, which is very nice to use. So set waypoint. Then there's a little button that you can just click. It will paste your coordinates. And you just hit the button. You can even zoom out. This microcontroller we didn't make, so yeah. Then we have the operators, the engineering seat. Nice camera. Right now the camera can't really tilt up and down. The spotlights can. Camera has IR. Searchlights have toggle. And then we have the main attraction. Two very powerful large diesel engines, as you can see, well secluded within the ship's hull, providing buoyancy because it's an airtight compartment. With pretty decent power behind it. And now, if I want to, turn on the autopilot. And the ship will maneuver itself. And it is extremely fast. 4 large propellers, driven by 2 large diesels. This thing is seriously speedy. But because it has 2 large diesels, it also likes to swallow fuel over long distances. Yeah. Basically, we started our campaign here, and we did a shipping run from here to here. We bought diesel here, shipped it all the way. Where did we ship it? In our campaign, there is a like fuel, a diesel buyer down here, where we shipped it to, which made us 160,000 credits, and then we refueled at one of the terminals, which is here on our map. Went back through the river and went back home on 2 tank fills. So it's actually quite not very fuel efficient, but it doesn't run on jets, so it can actually still go places. But if we ever want to make it to the Arctic, you know, all the way up here, we'll probably go up there with a train or plane and buy an outpost there, so we can spawn in the vehicles there. That's logistically smarter. Off. That's a prison I was talking about. It's a weird structure. Oh, we went past. But that's not a problem for this ship, because it is incredibly agile. I don't know how we did it, or how I did it, because I built the ship, and my colleague just built, like, the advanced internal systems. I made the throttle governor, I made the clutch controller, I came up with a dual clutch system and whatnot. I made the microcontroller for the fuel gauge and stuff. And I built the ship, like the hull and the pump system. Oh yeah, speak of the pump system. Go. This is the pump system. We have, it's covered, because covered is nice. So yeah, this is for the storage tank, which is below here, and it's mainly for shipments. So if you're shipping crude oil, jet fuel, or whatnot to make money with, pump access is here, goes in here, goes down into the storage, and goes out again from here as well. And then we have the refueling point, which is here, which, as you can tell, is only connected on one side. And of course, equipment storage and beds for when you want to sleep on the water. So you can just, wait for a new mission while you're away. And yeah, this thing, like, look at that. Let's pump it at full power for a minute here. Gotta watch the engine temperature. The right engine gets a little hotter because it shares the coolant with the generator. 24 meters a second. And it's zooming. God, that bank. That's nasty. So yeah, it's fast, it can do things. I'm thinking of, because apparently it just works so well, I'm thinking of using it for a bunch of things like extinguishing missions and stuff. Uh-oh. We're gonna donk. Or are we? Yes, we are. Donk. Okay. And if you want to kill the engine, just reverse during drive, because that'll just fuck the engine. And we're looking for power. Still full. Yada yada. Oh yeah, the equipment area also has light switch. So you can see without a flashlight. Oh god. So yeah. That's our Armada so far. I was working on a redesign. I think I'll kind of sleep on the redesign. I have a bunch of footage, which I'll go over and then think about stuff, as I usually do. So, yeah. I'll see if I can kind of try my hand at like a diesel-powered aircraft, whether it's a VTOL, as in tilt rotor, or helicopter, or just regular plane. I'll see, but I think building a diesel-powered tilt rotor would be an interesting challenge and something that will keep me occupied, as well as make a great like concept for a video. Not that I'm only playing for content, but I enjoy it more giving myself a challenge and then talking about it, because, you can learn from it, and it's fun to talk about things that, like, interest me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cut stream here. To those who watched and are watching, thank you very much. Next video gonna be out soon, TM. I don't know, I scrapped the last idea, so I'm working on a different thing, so yeah, wish me luck. With that said, see y'all around. Join the Discord if you haven't.